Okay, so sorry guys, I've been facing a lot of network issue. Sorry. Uh, Now we are back to our normal lesson. Okay, so I want to thank everyone who's there doing their assignment, submitting in time. So, and also those who are watching the current video going on. I really want to thank you guys. Keep up. No, life is not easy, but it's gonna be alright once we continue believing in ourselves and put everything into practice. So today we are going to learn about CSS hover and the display effects. So without wasting much of time, let's dive in. So you guys might be familiar all with the hover. Sometimes you guys might go some websites. Okay, let me try to give some demonstration here. Where is it? Testing. Okay, let me show you guys what we will be going through. Okay, we are going to build some small content. Okay, something small, but not really small. It have a lot of what we have been learning. We are going to apply them all here. Okay, so we'll build some wonderful content like this. Let me say you have page like this. Once you hover on it, you see the cursor change into pointer and the text which appear. Okay, if you bring the same thing here, flower, you can see flower here is coming. And even we are going to connect our social media button here. You can click here and it can open to your Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, whatever. It's depend on the social media profile you wanted to change. So it's very simple. Then we have buttons here. When you hover on them, you see it's changing. Here is changing, here is changing, and here some text also being changing. So this lecture also is a continuation of the lecture of yesterday. There is some display effects we are going to use. Okay, positioning CSS is already all in this one, so we are putting them step by step so that you guys don't forget what you guys have just learned yesterday. If you don't watch the yesterday video, please watch that one, then come and watch this one plus your assignment. Okay, let's get in. So how do we start with this one? It's really very simple. Always you guys know how we start. We need to create a folder. After folder, we need to drag inside our Visual Code Studio. After that one, then we create our HTML file and CSS file, and then we create a folder that can handle our images. So let's start. Here we have our HTML. Okay, start with our HTML here. Just type the word HTML so that you can have this HTML boilerplate codes here, so that you don't waste your time try to write everything one by one, closing the tags, opening the tags. Okay, so this one is the easiest way. Here we put our title. Okay, we have CSS hover effect. Okay, hover effect. Good. Next, you can put our title here, h1. Let's say hello, comma, let's deal with CSS hover effect. Okay, secondly, we need to connect our CSS here. You guys know how we connect. It's very simple. Let's say link. Okay, option 2. Here I'll put directory. What are we linking? We are linking CSS ali2. Good. Let's just test it out whether it will work. Okay, always try to test it. We have h2 there. Let's say color should be red. Just simple like this. Is it h2 or h1? H1, sorry. Yes, h1. Like this, it's perfect. Let's check from our screen. What do you think we can get from there? Text not red. Why? We have this colon here. I'm showing you guys all the necessary errors you guys might meet. Make sure you write everything well. Okay, you can see our CSS is well connected here. Okay, now let's start with this one. How do we create this nice effect? First of all, we have the image. Once you hover over it, it change into cursor, the bricks title appear and the description appear, and then here I have blur. This one change into blur. We have some social media. Let's start first of all with this one. So how do we achieve this one? In a very simple way. So here we go. First of all, here let's have a div. I told you guys yesterday how you guys can install image. It's going to help you to write what the div or whatever with the class automatic without wasting time opening tags and close tags. Okay, here I want to call this one image, the first one. Then inside image we need to have actual image. Okay, let me try to zoom so that you guys can see very well. Okay, after image here we can give it the directory. We need to locate our image. Let's go, the first one is brick. Okay, like this. Alternative here, when there is no picture it will appear. Okay, alternative like I say brick 1. Okay, so this is how alternative works. Okay, let me display to you guys. Where is my... okay, you see here the image appear. Assuming we don't have image, what do you think will appear on our screen? Let me say source here like this and say double quote just like this. Assuming we don't have image, so what do you think will appear? You see this one here, brick 1. This is our alternative text here. It's coming from here. Okay, that's why we put that one. In case the image doesn't appear or it failed to load or no internet, sometimes it will just show you this one, because text is very easy to be read than the one of pictures and other heavy stuffs on the web page. Okay, so here we have our image. Good. From the image we can have another div here called overlay, or you can say image __ overlay. Okay, after image __ overlay, what do you think next we can have? We can have some div inside that will have image description or image title. You can call it image __ title. Okay, enter. From image title, let us call this is let's just go brick. Okay, bricks, the title. Then below here we can have our p. Okay, which is a paragraph. You can say this is my bricks design. If you want to use these are okay, my bricks design. Good, something just like this, which is fine. Now what happened if we check from our screen here, you will see only this one. So I want to show you some cool tricks how you can deal with this one. Let's open this browser. Let's first of all close that one. Okay, let's first of all open this one. Click on your press on your window plus right arrow key. Okay, here like this, and then this one like this, so that you can have two screens at the same time without going and open there, so that you can see the actual changes happening live. Okay, that's the first thing you need to do. The second thing here you can do is very simple. Okay, we need to go and style this one up so that we can see. You can see this image is too big, it's not even showing everything. Okay, so here you guys can learn how to resize image, okay, in a very simple way. So this is what we are up to. Let's go to our CSS here. Okay, let's first of all start with the image. Let's start with the image here. From the image, what next do we have? We can say, okay, position should be relative. Why do I need position to be relative? Because remember, we have here a div that's called image. This div is the one responsible for the image and the text inside. So what, I don't want any problem with anything here. So I want our image or text, especially this text which is going to appear later. Once we hover on it, it has to appear what, on the center or in the center of the picture. And then secondly, it doesn't need to go outside. That's why we're putting relative. It has to be relative to what, to the first parent container, so that it doesn't go outside or inside, outside or even beyond the page that we are creating. Okay, sorry. Here, this is what we are going to have. So here we can move or can proceed here. So what do you want to do? We can first of all give a div a width. The width must be 400 pixels. We need to condition this image, okay, so that it doesn't behave anyhow there. It must be 400 pixels. Okay, then we can now style the actual image here, which is not where is it? Here. Yeah, we need to put class name for our image. Okay, class name should be image -- image. Okay, just give a nice class that cannot disturb you. So we can come here and style this one out. Dot do it like this. Okay, then we can say a width of this image should be 100 pixel percent. You see, now remember our image now is taking space here. It's going to behave like the parent here, because the parent is given a width of 400 pixels. So this image, since it is positioned, okay, if you see here, since this one is relative, that means everything here we are going to put absolute or whatever type of positioning is going to respect the rule of this image here, which is the parent container. Okay, so this is the first thing we will have there. And then second thing we need to do, we know our width is 100%, and then this image have some space down. Let's say display block to remove the space below. Okay, block, if yours does enough is okay. Then after we deal with this one, we need to move to what? Overlay. Overlay is where we have our text here. Okay, let me scroll here, or let me zoom out this one so you guys can understand. Here is the overlay. This overlay have this one, bricks and the title. So this is what we want to hover. When we hover, we want it to appear. So how do we deal with this one? So we have image overlay. First of all, we say okay, this is our image overlay, is coming here. Okay, what do we want to do with this one? First of all, we want it to what? To cover the space for us. It has to be aligned top and right, exactly like the brick image that we have on our screen there. Okay, so if you click like this, you can see running PowerShell. Okay, good. So if you click like this, you can see here these bricks and this one is down, but we want this one to come here in the center, but it has to take the same size of this brick image which is here already displaying. So we can just go back to our CSS and say okay, instead of data, first of all we need to make position, okay, to absolute, so that we can move it the way we want to move. Okay, let's open so that we can see what's happening here. Good. From absolute, what do you think we can do? We can say okay, on top, okay, go with 0, right should be 0, like this. Okay, once we click, you see here it is going top 0, right 0. So this one need to be left 0, okay, or it has to be right, okay, because we are going to center also. There's nothing wrong about that one. So we can say okay, let the width, first of all, okay, the width be 100%. Okay, good. Let the height also be 100%. Good. And then what next we can do? We need to add that the background which is showing like dark. Okay, because remember here our brick is already appearing there, so we can see when everything is happening there. Good. Next we have what? We have background. We need to put background a bit dark. Okay, not that dark but a bit dark. So we can say background, not background color. Yes, you're talking about background. Okay, we have RGBA is also another way of putting color. RGBA, because we want to mix it. Here it enables you to specify 4 different type of color. Okay, you can either specify by numbers or by written by writing everything all, okay, at the same time. So let's start with this one. This one go to 0. Okay, I want to specify it by number. This one 0. Let's say this one is also 0. This one should be 0. Here is 0. 0.6. This one is like 60% of the color. Okay, you see, this is what it's appear there on the screen. Good. After you specify this one, maybe we can move next. What can we do with this one? We can change the color of the text, because it's there black, we are not seeing well. Color, okay, color should be white, that is hash FFF or 6F. It will bring you that one. Okay, you can see our text there is appearing well. Then we can change font family. Say FF. Okay, FF is a shortcut. Font family. Remember last time I told you guys how you can get font from Google also. You can say a Quicksun. I like this one, Quicksun. sans serif. I don't want it to appear like a New Times Romans. Okay, so you see this nice text there. Font family is being applied. Then after this one, what next do we have? We can try to do something with how do you want to condition this one only to appear. Okay, here we have first of all, let's try to center everything here. So to center this one is the lecture for tomorrow, but you guys can see how the power of the display flex can work here. Display, first of all, flex makes everything into the row. Okay, then after display flex, we can have something like flex direction here. Flex direction enable us to condition our text into row, whether vertically or horizontally. Okay, let's say column. Want everything to be in the column. You see, it doesn't make sense, but somehow coming. Next, what we can do, we can say, okay, justify the content and align align elements. Sorry, have to justify content. How do you want the content to be? I want the content to be in the center. Okay, you see everything is now in the center, but I want to align items again. Should be center like this. You see, our bricks here seems to be there in our centers already. Secondly, I want only this one to appear when we hover it. So I want to make this one disappear, not to appear now. Okay, I want this one not to appear. So what do? I say opacity. Okay, opacity is equal to 0. What happened? Everything has gone already. Okay, then transition. Okay, transition enable us to make transition. You guys know how transition effects work. Just make it 0.25 second. Okay, after transition, then let's try to, first of all, let's remove this opacity. We want to see our text very well there. Okay, we can enable it just now. I want to first of all increase the size of this text so that it doesn't take us it's too small for us. Let it appear a little bit bigger. So let's say image, what image title is what we want to deal with, not overlay, title, image title. So what do we do with image title? Here I want to increase the font size. Okay, font size here, let it be 2 rem. 1 rem is equal to 16 pixels. 2 rem is like 32, something like this. Then we have font weight, enable us to whether make it bold, not bolder, lighter. Let's go with the bold. Okay, see the title is going well. Then if you want to do something with the second one, which is the description, is fine. If you don't want, is okay. So let's now put our opacity to 0. We don't want this one to appear. Let them not all appear. You see, there's nothing happening here. Then we need to do our hover overlay here. We need to bring the hover effect on our this div here, which is the overlay, so that we can be able to see what's going to happen here. Okay, now we have image overlay hover property here. First of all, you need to put this dot here so that it doesn't throw error like this. Then hover is written like this. First of all, let me show you how the declaration of hovers. Click this one. What's this one coming from? Okay, so to make hover, okay, it's very simple. Just have this colon. Okay, first of all, have the name or class name that you are trying to make hover on it. Then put the word this colon here. Then type the word here hover. Then put your curly bracket. Specify everything you want that one to be happen, or the CSS declaration you want inside this one. Okay, so this is how we can put hover in anything. So here we are applying our image overlay here. So that means we can put first of all image overlay here in the beginning. Okay, you can say okay dot image overlay colon curly bracket. Our CSS declaration comes in. So what do I want to do? If I hover this one, first of all, okay, like if I bring my cursor here, I want this opacity equal to 1. Okay, opacity must equal to 1. Okay, now what happened if I bring my cursor here? We are here. You see, we did not put the word hover here. Always make sure you type everything correctly. Okay, these are the errors you guys might go through. So here you see, once I bring my cursor here, you see these bricks, these are my bricks design. They are already appearing there. Okay, if I remove it, go. But there's one thing, you see, this one is just showing like arrow. Here is still arrow. I want this one to change into pointer, like someone is pointing at something. Okay, so how do you achieve this one? This one is very simple. You can say cursor. Okay, it's going to be pointer and save. What happened if I bring here? See, it's now turned into a pointer. This is the first thing how you can see this one. But now I don't want this one just to appear like this. I want it to have some something to do with the transform. It has to fly a little bit. Okay, like the text inside has to move the way I want, like to fly from bottom going up. This is what I want it to appear. So if you want, let me show you guys the okay, that one is already back. Okay, let's try to add some transform into this picture. So now we move down a little bit, so we can go again to hover. From hover we have image overlay. Okay, we have this one dot image overlay like this. Okay, then you have this property here. It's like a right angle. Okay, this means a greater sign in mathematics. So we want to use this one here to put a star here, meaning select every child inside this overlay image. We are referring to what? We are referring to, see, this is overlay. Okay, we are saying select every child inside. That's why I put that star. We are referring to these two bricks and the design. These are my bricks design. Okay, this is what we are referring to. So this how we put this one here like this. Then we can pass on the properties again. So what do you want to pass inside there? First of all, I want to transform. Okay, transform the movement of this one. Transform this one. First of all, we have translate y here. You know, in mathematics you have this one y and x. You have y representing the vertical, then x is the horizontal. So we have this y here. So once we push it on this one, we want this one to move from y to go up vertically. That's why we're putting this y. We can put this one to 20 pixels. Okay, from down to up. Then we need to add transition here. Okay, transition. Our transition will take transform now. Transform of 0.25 second, no w, second, like this. But remember to write everything correct. You can see here transform syntax shorthand properties combined of a transition properties in a single property. Syntax single transition. Okay, this is what they are saying here. Transform, you see, first of all the writings. Okay, 0.5 seconds, save, and then next. Okay, before we hover this one, we want to see the effects. Okay, next we need to add image over the children now, because here we have add the transform option. Okay, to this one here with the star, which we select everything. So we need to add hover here also. Hover is star. Okay, after I put star, we can put hover before star. Sorry, first hover everything, colon, hover, then you put this right angle triangle to select everything. Then what next? You can make now transform, translate y to 0 instead of 25 pixels. This one here, you can copy this down here, pass this one here. Instead of 20 pixels, you can bring this one to 0, and then you save. Everything here will be fine. Then let's take a look. See, it's nice, appearing 25 pixels from up, taking it back to 0. Okay, so this is the first thing you can see. It's like flying from down to up. Yes, so you just need to do some summary here. Let's check font weight is bold. Our font weight is bold already, we have no issue there. Transition should be 0.25 second, which is okay. Opacity 0, then opacity is equal to 1. Cursor to pointer. We have a transform property. We have a translate to Y, then translate to Y. Okay, this is how it is. Okay, so how do we achieve the second one, the one that can have a different picture and then let it be blur? Okay, this one is showing our image back there. So if you want to make this one to be blur at the same time, or let's use different picture. Okay, let's use different picture so that it can make sense. So we have this one here already, this up to here. Copy this one, paste it just here. Let everything remain the same. Here we can have, instead of bricks, let's say this one should be our flower. But where will we get flower from now? Okay, let's get it from the internet. Okay, there is folder that contains flowers, I'm sure. Okay, let's copy this one, just okay with me. Oh la, where is it? Hover effect. Okay, images here. We have image there already. Okay, we don't need to worry, thank you. So here we have put our image already there. I can say okay, there exists. We have colorful, we have view beautiful, good. So we are here. The second one, instead of using this image background from bricks, I can just change this one by putting / the second one, this one here, and then let me say this one's flower, because this one is my flowers, and let me just remove this design out, and then let me see what's next. How will it appear on the screen? Refresh. Okay, we have this one here. Okay, here scroll down. Okay, we have this, the same properties passed there, here. So the only thing we can do here is the different we can add here, so that we can achieve the second effect. Okay, I think the network is somehow loading slowly. Yeah, it's opening slowly. Okay, you see it's showing here flower, something like this. So what I want to see, I want to make this one to be blur, you know, this one is still showing flower there. So what can I do here? Okay, I can add another class here, image overlay. I can say okay, this one should be image, okay, underscore blur like this. Then I will just style this one there in our CSS. I'll just scroll down here. Okay, let's put this on blur image. Try to comment out everything. Blur image effect like this. Then I have to come back here, put this one here and pass it like this. Then we can just use this one here, these properties. One single properties can change everything. Backdrop filter. Here I can pass like 5 pixels. Okay, then let's take a look. What do you think will happen here? First of all, we need to refresh. Okay, we must refresh our browser, and this picture is opening slowly, somehow large. Okay, let's load. Okay, then here instead of backdrop filter, okay, then we need to add only this simple statement. Here we can just put blur like this. Okay, like this we can achieve the same result. Let's bring this one here. You can see, you see this one now is totally blur already. You see this one is somehow dark and showing here is blur. So the second one, the third one, okay, the third one here, let this one be number 3, third image here. We need to achieve what? Let it be color. Let's just put a solid color in the background. So what do we do here? Okay, we have this one. Maybe just copy this one again, okay, and put here. Only change this one from image blur. Let's change this one to image solid. Instead of even image, let's just say solid color. Okay, solid color. Then I can just copy this one and style it out here. Say okay, here is our solid color. So what can I do here? I can say okay, for this case, let's just change background color to blue. Blue and white can appear well. It's not blue, pinky, light, something like this. Then we scroll down. Okay, we need to change the color, not the color, the text, sorry. Here is not going to be text. Here is going to be something different. You can change the image just from here, / let's be colorful, and then let this one be color. Okay, color. My keyboard is in French, sorry guys. This is my color, something like this. You can achieve the same result. And then here, okay, you can push this here. Okay, let it open. It's loading. This second image is disturbing. It can take time to load. Okay, you see this one have changed into color. So what I want to do here, I want to add our social media icon so that we can first of all, let's arrange this one so that it can be all into the rows. Like this, not making sense. We need to scroll up and coming down is not logic. So let's first of all add one more class here. Okay, do you need one class that can control all of them apart from this title here? Let this one be called dot container. Let's call this one our container 1. Enter. Then just cut this one here and put at the top of body closing tag here. Then we can now move up. You can be able to, yes, container 1. We can be able to style this one up here. If you want to style it number 1 or wherever you put, it's okay. I can say okay, this is my container 1. I can say here display this one to flex so that it can go into the row. Okay, if there is enough space, I say justify content space between. Okay, like this. And then let's see. Okay, see, now we have our 3 different overlay effects all aligned into the row. Okay, if you want to put everything to be straight, okay, without any wasting of time, you can say okay, display flex. We can just say align items. Okay, center so that everything can be well centered. And then what next? I think here we have no any problem, it's going well. So this is the first thing how you can achieve this simple hover effects. But we need to add what? Social media, either in all of them or one of them, but I can show you one. You guys will go and continue as the assignment, add more and possible. So social media, how do you add our social media icon there? First of all, there is some there is a website here called Font Awesome. Okay, Font Awesome here to provide you a lot of icons that you can use. They are all free even, but there is the one for money. So first of all, we need the link that can enable us to get those things from their website so that it can read on our content. So the first thing we need to go here, you see this link here, copy this one. I will drop this one later on our WhatsApp group there for those who cannot be able to reach. Okay, all right, copy this one just go up here, up on top of what, on top of title here. Okay, paste this one there. Then next, go to their website here, Phone Awesome. Okay, I'll drop the link also, phoneawesome.com. Here, this is where you can go. You see there's icon or the research, any of them can take you there. Just click on icons. It's now loading, so type the icon you want. So let me say, for my case, I need the Facebook. Just Facebook, simple like this. Click enter. Okay, so here you have Messenger, you have this Facebook. First check the one you want. Let's go with Facebook number 1. You see, once you click on that one, it will show you here. Click just wherever, say copy code snippet. Click on this one. You see the word copy here has been shown. Then go to your website. Okay, your website or your content. Where do you want to put this one? Let's put this one with let's follow our flower. Okay, here let's create one div with the name social media icon. Okay, like this. Paste this on there. This is for Facebook. If you want to guess, maybe you can say, okay, let's copy 3 here. FA stand for Phone Awesome Brands. Face FN brand. Here let's change it to Instagram. Sometime it will work with you, sometime it won't. Here let's change this one to WhatsApp, like this. Let's take a look from our website. It has to load. Okay, where have we put this one? It's here under our image, this one here. So we wait, it's loading. This image is too big, that's why it's taking time like this. Okay, you see we have these 3: Facebook, we have Instagram, we have WhatsApp. You see, so here you just type anything you want. Okay, any social icon, not a social media icon alone. You have a lot of things you can search for, like envelope, assuming envelope, something like this. You see, you have so many. Pick whatever you want. Just type anything, like chair, assuming you type what here, chair, like this. You see, you get them. It's just a collection of almost all icons, but not all of them are there, but you can get most of them. Okay, the most popular, the most which is used by many people, you get thousands of icons. They are very many there. So this is how you can implement this one in a very simple way. So now we have done with this one, but we need to apply what? Once we click here, we need this one also to open for us our Facebook. So how do we connect this one there? So first of all, to put this one, you need anchor tag here. This A here tag, I think you guys learned this one from day one. Here href, this is where you'll put your social media link. Then this A here, maybe you call this one up here. Okay, like this. It's surrounded by this one anchor tag and closed down here by anchor tag, so this icon remain there. Here you just put your social media profile. Okay, let me say here I want to put my Facebook, or just facebook.com. okay, I can say, okay, this is Facebook. I will copy this Facebook here, I will bring it here. I say, okay, let me paste it here. Okay, so I have pasted Facebook here. Remember this href here, you paste that on there. Don't go and paste it just here in the middle, it will not work. Okay, so what I can see here, you can refresh. Okay, and wait. It depends on your network also, speed, how it will be. So here you see, by putting this one change into blue, because blue or light blue, something like that, because you know the anchor text by default is just like this. So but we can style it out still, there's nothing wrong about that one. Even we can increase size of this one, nothing wrong about it. So first of all, we need to click on this one. What will happen if you click on this blue Facebook here? If I click like this, you will see the Facebook is loading here. But the bad thing here that I've just seen, it just overwrite my current page. I have to click go back so that I can go back to my real project. So I don't want this effects to happen to me. So what I can do here is very simple. I just say, okay, target blank, like this. it will automatically open new blank Facebook page separate from my web page, my website or whatever. It will remain, then it will only open that Facebook into new tab. Okay, so this is what will happen. So I bring this one here, I click on this one, you see it's now opening my Facebook here separately, and then my CSS hover web page is there. See, it's just working cool. So this is how you can achieve this one. You can go and link a lot of your social media, email, phone number, yeah, Instagram, LinkedIn. Just remember this one, you put anchor tags, then you can push on this icon inside. Let me say I want to add to all of them, then style this anchor tags. Is very simple also. You can just say okay, anchor tag like this, copy this here, close this one here, open anchor tag for this one. Okay, or just click here in the middle, open this, then click on your press on your alt key and up arrow, so that this one will just move inside there without making a lot of mistake. Then we can style this one in a very simple way. We can just say okay, this is our social media. I want to style what I wanted to style this anchor text. Okay, we just scroll down here. I can keep on putting my comments the best way so that you can be able to get the mistake. I can say okay, this is social media button, social media button like this. Then down here I can put dot paste. I can select what my anchor tag. Okay, so here I can say first of all the color must be white. Okay, I want this one to be white. Just simply take a look, refresh. Okay, it's opening. You see everything turned into white without any problem. If you want to put a space between them also, is very simple. I can say okay, since there we can say a margin, because they are separate. Okay, margin should be 2 pixels. Okay, like this. You can see the difference. You see there is space, or if you say this 2 is too small for you, maybe you can say 10 pixels. Okay, everything seems to be okay. You see the space is somehow big there. Okay, so this is how you can achieve this one. There is this underscore showing there. Let's find out. Okay, we have the first one, social media icon brown. Okay, we did not specify the href tags. Okay, that's good. So this is where we are. So you guys know how to create, do some positioning style, hover on something and show. Okay, if you want to, like, if you hover also on the actual image, you want the background also to change to something else, it's all the same. Instead of overlay, all the same. If you say okay like this, first go up. Okay, go up. Here is our image. Okay, which is only having this one. Let's say you want to hover this one too. Hover. Okay, pass this one here. So what do you think will be next after you hover this one? When you hover on this one, you can say okay, border, want to show border. Okay, should be 2 pixels, solid red. Okay, let's give it a try. You see, by hovering this one, you see there's a red color already appearing there. Or even you can increase this one. 2 pixels too small, or you want this one to appear like 5 pixels. Okay, like this. You see, everything is just happening like a magic. Okay, you have transform effects, the one making like vibrating, transition, flying the text inside, like what we do in PowerPoint. So this is how you can achieve this first one. So the second one, let's deal with the buttons. So some people have problem how to style button out and do some effects there. So this one is almost the same. Okay, just go down here, scroll. You have a container, display flex. Okay, first of all, go where do you want to put the button. The button is somehow down here. Okay, have display flex. Okay, let's have our container here. Let it call this one button. It's a button. Let's create more buttons. So yesterday I told you guys with the image you can create many things at the same time. Let's say I want to create like three button. Okay, because I type the word button here, time is 3, click enter. You see 3 separate buttons have been created already without wasting time. That's the power of using image extension. So here I can say button 1, this will be button 2, button 3. Okay, then we can style this one out here. You can copy the name. Okay, can go down a little bit here. Okay, here you can say button effect. Okay, down here you can say okay, this is button effect here. So first of all we need to bring some space inside there. We can say the padding of 20 px, no 20 is too big, 15 pixels. Okay, scroll down and see what's happening. Okay, this is our button here, which is okay. So we need to style this one out so that it can look very big. First of all we need to give classes here. So how do you give class without to 3 of them and then we later change something small? So you see you have alt key on your keyboard. Okay, click on alt. First of all start, where do you want to put cursor here? Okay, do you want to put on the second one? Yes, you move. Third one, yes, but your hand must remain on your alt key. Press down, then put a space. Then like this you can put space. Okay, close this. Okay. Oh, sorry, one mistake happened. Okay, it's loading faster. Okay, we are there, but we need to go live again. So this is how you start. First of all you click here, you put alt, move to the second one, that your hand must remain there on alt, then you put a space. You see, you can now even have this option of writing everything here. So let's give a class. So same class, you see, you can give class at the same time to 3 stuffs. So here you can say button btn, then here say button btn, then here I want to just differentiate them. Let this one be called button 1, okay, this one called button 2, this one should be called button 3. Okay, this is what you will have there. Then let's just go and install button 1 here. No, this button, because button is it can enable us to install all of them at the same time. Then this one we can make with the hover later. Okay, that's why I'm separating them there. So you will always have so many ways of killing one chicken. So you pass this one here. Okay, from here you have BTE here. So let's try to bring this screen together. First of all, let's go with go live here. Open for us new screen. Let's close the old one. Okay, so click on your window here, push this one there so we can see the result at the same time. So let's go on button here. First of all we need to make them big and give some margin so that they can have space between themselves. So let's start with the margin. First of all, margin should be 10 pixels everywhere. Okay, next, you see the spaces have been added there already. Next we need to to put padding inside. Padding, create more space inside as possible. Let it be 10 pixels. Okay, see, first of all here we want to make it somehow. First of all, let's change the font size. By the way, font size is too small there. Let's change it to 16px by default, I'm sure. Let it be 20px. Okay, say thirdly or fourth, let's add what, border radius to make the corners somehow curve. Let it be like 10px or 7. Let's first see with 10. It's somehow okay, not bad, good. And then what next, we need to put hover effect here. So if you say hover like this, and then you put hover : hover, pass in some declaration, like color should be red, something like this. By the way, what will happen, it will apply to all of them, so I don't want them like to just behave in the same way. So that's why you can see from here, okay, I have added another class. You can put two classes at the same time, no issue. The first class is for all of them, they're having the same property. Then the second one can differentiate all of them. So now I want to style only for the case of button 1. So here I can say, okay, instead of putting everything there, I can just change this one only to button 1. See, only it will have red, the rest will remain. Okay, so let's add other steps forward. Here, what next do you want to add? Okay, from here we can say color red, good. What next? You can say let the text even change. Let's make some transform this one to 2 seconds, 1.5 second. Okay, you see some cool effect there. So let me increase, let me zoom. No, let me zoom this one. Let me zoom this button so that you guys can see very well. You see, if you say okay, I want to change this one to 2 seconds, what do you think will happen? See, next let me do what? Let me increase, first of all let's change the background, BGC background color. Okay, the background color must be blue when we hover. You see, now change into blue. Then I want to change the text also. Text should be white, I don't want that one to be red. Okay, good. You see, then I don't want the border. This border, if I don't want, I can just remove it from up here, btn, because all of them have border. I can say okay, let this one be border none. Okay, let's say border should be none, just like this. There's no border. As soon as I bring my cursor here, it will change. But now you can see they have this default background here. If you want to make, just make a btn a background color transparent, it will just behave like the same, just like the other stuff here, just like the page here, blank white. Okay, but just a default behavior of button. Okay, background, that's why I have some nice cool this one appearing there. So this is where we are. Good. And then if I want to do the same thing to the rest, then here I will just change. Okay, I will just change this one, copy this one here. Okay, copy this down. Instead of 1, I can change this one to 2. Okay, then I can change the background here to yellow. Okay, this will be yellow. Then the text should be white. Is okay, I'm okay with white. But if I want to change the default button also, I can change before. It's like here all of them is having this default button. Maybe I want this one by default, let it just, before I hover on it, let it be green. Okay, then I will just move up here. The very easiest way to achieve this one is by moving up a little bit. Moving up, hover button 1. I say okay, this is button 1 here. Above here, I can put my dot, push this one like this. I can say okay, background color, I'm putting the default, it shall be, let it be what, yellow. Okay, let it be just yellow like this. Save. You see, by default I have this yellow button, but as soon as I hover there, it change into blue, and then the text even change to white. You see, in here the same thing you can do with this one. This one appear only yellow once you hover on it, but if you don't, it goes just default, like the default color of the button. Okay, so this is what happened here. So this is how you can achieve this one. Okay, so here number 3, we did not apply anything. I think this one will be your exercise. Okay, number 3, go and change this button 3 and add some effects on it. And then next, let's do the last one so that we can end the video. Okay, Good. Here we go. Let's add some text down so that once you click on it, it can show you everything you want. So here I have body, button, text. Okay, here I can say another one here, hover me underscore me. Click this one, then there let me have also my text. Okay, first we have title here. We can say h6. Remember, we don't have h7. h6 is the last. Let it be like a hover me. Then down here we have the text already. Let's this one be our text, like p paragraph. Then here we can pass more text that we want to be appear. Let's use our Lorem Ipsum is a fine way. Lorem Ipsum. Okay, just copy this first paragraph up to here. Okay, so let's replace this one here. So this one is a parent container to this hover and this paragraph. Good. I can just go down here and say this one here. I can say question mark hover me. Always try to comment out so that you can know what you are doing exactly. Okay, let's show our screen here again. Remember, window, left click. Okay, so you pass this one here, because if you scroll down you will see everything here is already appearing. Okay, hover me here in this text. I don't want this text to appear. I want only it appear once I hover over this one. Okay, so first of all, hover me here. Okay, let it have this position of relative. Okay, after have position of relative, you can style upward. Check our HTML, make sure it orders well. Then here you have we need to have this one here, another class that can handle them. I'll say here text, no, let's say dot, so that you need to put class text to appear like this. Text to appear, let's bring this paragraph only there. We don't want to put the second one, the first one, this one. Then we can move our head up so that we can click on it. This one will enable us to click. So this is how we have put this one position to relative. Then this one we can style it here with the position again. You can say, okay, since that one is going to position to relative, so this one we can position this one to absolute so that it can rotate within that one. So what happened here on top? Okay, let it go to 0 like what we did before. Okay, right say right should be 0. Okay, once you have 0 there, then we have say opacity should be 0 like what we did before. Okay, then we can hover this one out, just hover over here. We can say opacity is equal to 1. Let's first of all see what happened on the screen. You see everything is not there. Once we hover, see, this is how it start happening. Or let's try to zoom this one out. Here you see by default you don't see anything. You see, you don't see those things, it's all hidden. But once I come here, what happened? It show. If I want to make maybe background to this one, is very simple. I can say, okay, where is our p tax here? Okay, so okay, this one dot p tax is style the background. I can say, okay, since we have this one here, okay, I'll just scroll down. Okay, I can put my dot here. Okay, select only p, give a background, bgc background color should be gray. Okay, text align should be center. The color of your text should be white like this. Once we hover on this one, let it be cursor, should be changed into pointer like this. You see, have this nice text here appearing. See, nice text busy appearing down there. So that's how we can achieve this one in a very simple way. These buttons, okay, those one, put social media icon. Okay, I've realized something here. This, okay, let's scroll up this one a little bit. So this one is being zoomed, I think 175, so 150, 110, 100, like this. Okay, you can see this beautiful text appearing, this animation. See, everything there is working perfectly fine. So this is the end of our today. This is basic introduction to Hover. Okay, and then see you next time. I'm going to move into the next level. So thank you guys, watch the video. The assignment is coming tonight. Thank you.